Hi, this is Ryan Neal from the USA offices of Neal Saddlery and Harness, Cowboy Sewing Machines, and High-Tech Sewing Machines. Today we're going to do a feature video on our 728-30. The 728-30 is an ideal machine for those individuals who are interested in producing large-scale upholstery items, individuals who are sewing tents, individuals who are sewing various large canvas items, individuals who are doing work with tarps. It's a great sewing machine when you need to have a large, long arm area to cram all your material underneath the machine. It is an excellent machine for doing a double needle, double row stitch, and that's one of the hallmarks of this machine. It's also capable of using relatively large thread, and of course it takes what we call the large common 794 needle system. Has a very large bobbin in the machine as well. So I'd like to go through some of the functions of this machine so that you can see the different options that we've equipped it with that allow the machine to be able to sew all those large spready items that we had just discussed. The first thing that we have right here, this button located on this panel of options right here, is our reverse stitch button. So by pressing this button, that sets the machine to go into reverse, and it automatically raises the puller mechanism, which then allows the machine to pass and to back the material up into reverse. The second button that we have is our automatic presser foot lift button. Notice that when we press that button, the presser foot lifts also, and so does the puller as well. The third button that we have is just a singular button that allows the puller to be raised. The fourth button that we have is called our low speed button. What this does is it allows you to set the motor speed by simply pressing the button. It allows you to go down to a lower predetermined speed, which you can actually set on the motor. So for instance, if you have the motor set to go at 1,000 RPM, you can program a one-touch button to take it down to whatever speed you want, whether it be 50 RPM, 200 RPM, 300 RPM. And by pressing this button, you can go from a speed of 1,000 RPM instantaneously down to 200 or 50 or whatever you have it set at. Over here on this panel, we have an LED light, which allows us to turn on or off the LED light if needed. And then the final button that we have is called our half stitch function. By pressing this button, it allows the needle to go down 1/2 stroke, and then pressing the button again allows the needle to rise 1/2 stroke. So that's handy if you're trying to get started and sew into different difficult positions. The final option that we have is called our jog dial. And what this jog dial does is it basically takes the place of the giant flywheel that was right here on the front of the machine. It digitizes it and allows it to make a more precise revolution. So by turning this jog dial, you can see that we can allow the needle to go up or down simply by turning this dial. And so that's a very helpful feature. And that is also highly adjustable. We can change the sensitivity of that dial by going in and changing the motor parameters. So there's all different types of adjustability on these motors that make on these machines that make this machine a very versatile machine for doing the type of work that we had mentioned. Now, the motor that makes all of that possible is this motor. And this motor is our Kinedyne HM1000SH servo motor. On the back of this motor, there are a tremendous amount of optional add-on ports for all manner of different functions and attachments that can be incorporated into the machine. These motors are rated for 1.25 to 1.5 horsepower. They are an extremely powerful motor. This is a picture of a photo of the motor winding itself. Now, the motor winding size on this motor is very similar to what we have on our 750 series motors. The difference is that the copper wiring inside the motor is much greater, as well as the use of the neodymium magnets that are inside the motor. So although the motor housing may look the same as what we have on our 750, we've got 30 to 40% more copper wire inside of here, and also many more neodymium magnets. That makes this motor incredibly powerful, even more powerful than our 750 series motors. So I'm going to set these motors on the ground here, and we're going to do a brief demonstration so that you can see how the machine performs when we're sewing through some polypropylene material with some nylon webbing on it. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and hit the gas pedal. We're going to sew forward about a foot, and then I'm going to show you the auto back tack function that we have on the machine, which allows you to back up. So I'm just going to go ahead and move forward now. And now I'm going to stop, and I'm going to back pedal on the pedal, and you can see that the machine's backed up a pre-prescribed number of stitches. That is adjustable on this motor as well. We can change how many stitches the machine backs up when we hit that auto back tack function. Then to raise the presser foot, I simply push down and hold, and then that allows it to stay up, or I have the option of pressing this button right here and holding it in the up position. So there's a lot of different adjustable features on this machine. Many of these motor parameters are adjustable to suit for each individual job that you're doing. And so that makes this machine an incredibly flexible machine for your operations. If you have any additional questions about the 728-30 machine, please feel free to call me directly. My name is Ryan Neal from the USA offices of Neal Saddlery and Harness, Cowboy Sewing Machines, and High-Tech Sewing Machines. You can reach me at area code 330-692-1418, and I thank you for your time today.